Hi, this is Trent Chapman, the Short Sale Genius. Have you ever been told by a bank that they will not pay HOA dues and you have to pay them out of your commission or get the buyer to pay for them? Now this can be a frustrating thing when you're doing a short sale and you've got $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in HOA dues that have not been paid by the seller. Now unfortunately at the end of the transaction you feel desperate and a lot of you will give up your commission just to close the transaction. Even if it means you only make a few $100, $1,000, a couple $1,000 in a transaction, a lot of people give up their commission simply because they don't understand the bank is using the HOA dues to take money from you. Let me explain this. If you're doing a short sale and the bank is going to get a net, let's say $200,000 with the short sale, and the fair market value of the property is $230,000, most likely you're helping them to net $20,000 to $30,000 more than a foreclosure would net them. Now, once you understand this and you can comprehend this, when you're going back to negotiate with the bank, you'll know that by them saying we're not going to pay the $2,000 in HOA fees, they're not saying that they won't do that, they'd rather foreclose. They might be saying that with their mouth, but in reality, a bank would not rather foreclose. If you're going to get them $20,000 more by doing a short sale, they'll pay that $2,000 or $3,000 and save the other $17,000 or $18,000 that they may lose if it does foreclose. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with a negotiator at the bank, they don't care about this, they don't know this, and so they'll probably tell you, sorry, it's a guideline. If you don't pay the HOA dues from the buyer side of the transaction or out of your commissions, the transaction won't close and we'd rather foreclose. Now, in order to get around this, you need to understand the bank's numbers. This is something that we have as a tool that we provide for real estate agents. We help them to understand the bank's numbers, short sale versus foreclosure, so that when they're doing a short sale, they can tell the bank with confidence, I'm sorry, but we will not pay HOA dues. You will need to pay them out of your side of the transaction. Our commissions are going to be kept intact for all the work that we've done. Otherwise, this home will foreclose, and your lender or your bank will net $18,000, $10,000, $20,000 less than what they'll get with a short sale. So once you have the knowledge of the numbers of what the bank's going to net the foreclosure based on their estimates, based on the fair market value, then you have power to actually push back on them with confidence and get them to pay those HOA dues. For example, in my state, in California, a lot of times they'll tell me, oh, I'm sorry, California is not a super lien state. What this means is if we foreclose, the HOA dues are wiped out, and the only way the HOA can get paid is if they sue the seller. Unfortunately, we only pay HOA dues if you're in a super lien state like Nevada. So this is a common thing I hear all the time. Now, is it true or is it false? I've even had a negotiator tell me, oh, I'm sorry, I've pushed back several times with this investor, and it's the strict guideline that they will not pay HOA dues. They would rather foreclose. At the end of the day, a bank would rather pay you, pay your commission, pay the HOA dues, pay the taxes, than foreclose if it will net them more money. All they really want is more money out of that transaction. If they're going to get more money by way of a short sale, they will pay the HOA dues in order to avoid the foreclosure. But if you leave it into the hands of the negotiator or the employee who you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, they're not going to care. They get paid every Friday. They don't really care if the short sale closes or not. But their bosses, the ones that actually get paid a bonus based on the recovery or the limiting of the loss, they actually care about getting deals closed. And if you get the right message and the person with the power to say yes, you will get the HOA dues paid and make sure that transaction closes instead of letting it foreclose and costing the bank more money, costing your seller heartache, and also costing your reputation, and you'll make no money on the transaction. It's really up to you as an agent to take power of the short sale negotiations and not give in when the bank tells you it's a guideline. So if you'd like to get more information or watch more videos about how to negotiate with short sales, go ahead and click on the video link down below and take you to the next video.